Hey, it's Greg here with MaritimeGardening.com. It's the sun's setting, it's a weekday, and I thought I'd do more of these videos where I just show you the bare bones, what happens in the garden when the camera's not rolling, just to give you the reality of gardening, right? So it's, what time is it, 6:30, 7? Close to 7 p.m. We're running out of light. I'm hoping there's enough light for filming. Got my daughter holding the camera here, and I'm gonna plant parsnips and spinach. Okay, this is Albion parsnip and seaside spinach. Okay, and I've got the garden here. Give me the camera. Yeah. I've got this. I did this before supper. I came home from work and just ran out and did this. So the soil's all prepared. I had mulch over this, so there really wasn't any weeding. I gave it a light hoe with the Dutch hoe. Took like 5 minutes. And then I had one of my kids cut up this cardboard. So my daughter cut these up into strips so that there's going to be no weeds. The part where the soil is revealed, that's where the seeds are going to go. And you know, everything needs to be spaced, so why not put something in the space that'll prevent anything from growing? So this is just old cardboard boxes all cut up into these strips. And in most cases, it's pieces, right? Like this is 2 pieces, right? Just cobbled together. Then I just put, these are old pieces of wood from whatever, just rotten wood. It lasts for years. When it finally breaks down, you crumple it up and use it as a mulch. But at this stage of its breaking down, I use it to hold down cardboard. Okay, now I got to plant these. Let me show you my process. I'll do a couple up close. I'm going to zoom up and zoom out and hit the music for the remainder of the garden. I'll do it as fast as I can. Okay, so we just clear things out of the way that look like they're going to be not conducive to growth, rocks, leaves, large sticks and stuff. The soil is not perfect, okay? And I'm not making a furrow. Parsnips is a seed that can just fall off a plant and grow. It doesn't need to be deep, doesn't want to be deep. And I only got so many seeds here, so I'm gonna zoom in closer to my hands. I only got so many seeds here, so I'm just gonna plant them like this, maybe an inch apart each seed, hoping I got enough. If I don't have enough, I'll have to get more. Okay. If you're doing this on a really windy day, you have to be careful you don't blow away, because parsnip seeds weigh nothing. All right, so I got a row here, just like that, just on top of the soil. It's April, it's cold, we've got toques on. My daughter's got gloves on. I don't have gloves on, not because I don't need them, but because I can't do this with gloves on. I'm too clumsy. I'd end up losing more seeds. I need the oh Jesus Murphy. Oh God. Speaking of clumsy. All right, let's just yeah, this is not what we wanted to have. Again, I'm trying to keep it real. This is stuff that happens, but I need every one of these seeds. And I want to plant these tonight. So I got to pick every one up with this soil. We'll just fast forward this. All right, so I got the seeds all laid down roughly in a line. And now I've got this soil. This is planter soil. Mrs. Maritime Gardening always likes to plant something on my front step. And there's always, so this is like soil from last year's flowers from the front step. So I just put about, I don't know, like ½ an inch of soil over those and pat them down. And this soil's been outside. If it wasn't, I'd have to water it, but the soil has lots of, you know, it's got that level of moisture that I could make it into a snowball like that. That's what you want. That'll pack down really nice. Okay, so that row's done. Now I got to do the rest of them. And my hands are already numb. Anyway, let's set the camera up and see how fast we can get this done. Okay, so I got everything planted and soiled, and I didn't water the pack of seeds, which is good. And I have enough seeds left over, right, that aren't covered in soil and aren't wet, that if I have any bare spots, because that always happens, just things happen, I can replant if there's any spots that don't come up. Parsnip seeds. Parsnip's a very tough plant. Nothing's going to happen tonight other than the seeds hydrating. They're just going to sit there and wait for a day when the soil is warm enough for germination to happen. Parsnips have a very, very low minimum germination temperature, like 5°C or something like that. It's probably even lower. So that's why I plant them this time of year. Even if they're not going to germinate, they're just going to wait to germinate. So I got this thing done. That's my parsnips planted, done. And this bed is basically weeded, except what weeds will come up in those strips. So something like 80% of the soil will not bear weeds because it's covered in cardboard. So I got my weeding done, I got my planting done. And because of this time of year, it's spring, I put a little bit of water on there, but I'm not going to do anything with these. They're going to take care of themselves. There's going to be enough rain, there should be, unless something really weird happens. These are ready to go. Now let's plant that spinach. Okay, now I'm planting my spinach with what light's left. While we were shooting that other video, we actually felt the sun go below the horizon, so we got very little sun left. But we're getting her done here. I got a bed here, showing the bed. And this bed's going to have strawberries. It's going to have tomatoes in it. But it's like the first week of April, and those tomatoes aren't going in till the end of June, because we still get frosts in early June here, or we usually do. So I can grow and harvest the spinach either before the tomatoes go in or right around the same time they go in. The spinach is going to be planted down the center. The tomatoes will be planted on the sides. So even if I'm still harvesting spinach, I can plant the tomatoes anyway. It's no big deal. So it's a kind of companion planting, okay, but not because of any magic relationship between the spinach and the tomatoes. It's just that the spinach isn't that high, so it won't shade the tomatoes. And very shortly after tomatoes will go in, the spinach will be done. Because by some point in early July, all your spinach goes to seed or goes to flower, no matter what you've done. Okay, so the process of planting these is exactly the same. I'm going to make a very slight line here, just so my eye knows what to follow. But really, these can go just on top. I'm going to use the exact same technique I use with the parsnips. I put the soil on top of the seeds and pat it down. That should hold it down. I mean, if we get an incredible downpour of rain, that could mess up the seeds. But anyway, I'm not going deep here with this furrow. I'm just making a line in the ground. That's all I'm doing. That might be 1/8 of an inch deep at most.
Ooh.
This should go fairly quick. I'm not worried about planting them too close together. It can always thin, right? At some point when they're a certain size, you just harvest the small. You harvest some of them to make space for the others, and that's your baby spinach, right? You're going to have to thin them anyway. Now you tend to overseed. Now some people might be asking, why haven't you put cardboard on either side to prevent weeds? I should. I don't have the time tonight because we got no light. So tomorrow or the next day, I'll run out and do something along those lines, because I got this all nice and, you know, weeded and prepared and cultivated. Right, just took a couple minutes with the hoe, just lightly tossing around the surface of the soil. This bed was covered in a mulch all winter as well, so it pretty much had no weeds. So why make work for myself? Now, weeding can be a real pain, especially in June when you've got black flies, and really in July when you start getting mosquitoes and horse flies and every other fly, oh my, deer flies. So let's do from over here. So it always makes sense to put in a little extra effort on weed prevention, right? Prevention is always easier than remediation. Okay, that's good. All right. The other advantage using this potting soil, this old stuff from my wife's flowers, is that it's a different color. Now, I mean, over the course of the season, it breaks down and sort of blends in. But for a good month or so, there's a black line here. I know there's something, let me get this way. I know there's something planted here. Right, so, and I have a garden plan. You know, some people have like these little popsicle sticks with the names of everything written on them. I don't do that. And if you do that, that's great. But like, I know this is where the tomatoes are going, and I know I'm planting the spinach with the tomatoes, so I don't need to label the garden that way. For those that have watched my garden plan video, I got it all written down on a map of the garden. But, you know, for some people, this is a chore. Come home from work and do something like this. To me, a chore would be having to drive to a gym. I'm walking a treadmill for half an hour, like some kind of zombie. To me, I'm actually getting something done here, and I'm getting my exercise. Keep me spry. There we go. Hopefully there's enough light to pick this up. Okay, that's done. The reason we pat it down like this is so that when it's watered, soil doesn't scatter, it stays. If the soil's got some moisture in it, it'll just stay. Hit this with a little bit of water. I've done a video on these little mini foldable greenhouses before. It's still very cold, so why not cheat a little bit to help these plants germinate. Okay, so these little mini folding, these beds are 12 feet long, and I think these folders are 5 feet long, so they don't go all the way. I do have some other stuff I can put over here to keep that warm, but I don't have time to do that tonight. And left like this with any kind of wind, these will blow over. And there's stuff I got to do to secure those. But I'm all out of light tonight, so I'll show you how I deal with this in a separate video. But it's all, you know, I'll also put the paper down and stuff. But it's all very straightforward, matter of fact sort of stuff. Okay. Okay, so that's where we are. First week of April 2026. We got our parsnips in the garden. We got spinach in the garden. Inside so far, I have peppers growing in a south-facing window in the house. And in the driveway right now, I've got lettuce and cilantro. And very soon I'll also have parsley growing in my sort of outdoor makeshift kind of greenhouse thing in the driveway. More on that later as well. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun in your garden. Thanks for watching.